Two Chicago police officers convicted of fabricating evidence for search warrants, then stealing from innocent people.
Tonight, two new victims are coming forward. Here's CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey.
They were woken up to guns in their faces being snatched out of bed.
Michaela Cruz says her 4 children are still traumatized by the day 2 years ago that a group of officers broke into her apartment in Little Village, handcuffed her 16-year-old son, and pointed guns in their faces.
They can't hear a loud knock on the door because they jump up and they jump out of bed.
Cruz's attorney said the officers planted drugs, stole money, and ransacked the home before they left. The narcotics charge was quickly dropped. Her home was actually raided a second time, a year later, fortunately when her children weren't home. According to a recently filed federal lawsuit, both search warrants were bogus, based on fabricated evidence from a John Doe informant. It's a familiar allegation when it comes to 2 of the Chicago police officers involved, Sergeant Xavier Elizondo and Officer David Salgado. They're seen here on body cam video from a different Chicago raid. In October, they were actually convicted of federal conspiracy and theft charges stemming from their use of bogus search warrants in the past.
I was relieved a little that they were off the streets.
Cruz's family is one of 2 now coming forward with nearly identical stories of bad raids involving Elizondo and Salgado. Attorneys for the family say they've identified a larger pattern with these 2 officers and over 200 arrests since 2010 involving John Doe informants.
All of the information continues to unfold about this just terrorizing act of corruption by these 2 officers and others unknown.
Cruz tells me she's coming forward in the hopes that other impacted families will have the courage to tell their stories.
I ain't got no choice but to look up.
And to help her children heal. Elizondo and Salgado will be sentenced for their federal convictions on February 4th. The city does not comment on pending litigation. Live in the control room, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 investigators. Erica?
Thank you, Megan. This isn't the first time Chicago police officers have been involved in problematic raids involving innocent people. The CBS 2 investigators have uncovered more than a dozen homes wrongly raided by Chicago police over the past 2 years. You can read their stories on our website, cbschicago.com/unwarranted.